I am getting ready to start on my fourth and final box of pennies that I got from Detroit. Oh, I tell you, it's taken a little longer to get to them than I expected. It's just, you have to live and there's things going on all the time. Anyway, I thought this was cool. Two enders, one wheat penny and one of them a 2009. That's a pretty good way to get it started and have a little fun. We'll see what year wheat penny we've got. I think I'm going to go with the 5 row at a time thing like I did last time and then just kind of chart each row as I go. 10 rows, that's the wheat penny row and that's the 2009. Had one viewer who wasn't happy with me because I'm a little bit too shaky. Sorry about that. I tried to pick up this thing here that can hold the phone. It's got a light built into it. It just doesn't work for what I want to do. It's okay for a few things, but I guess until I come up with another way, I'm just going to be shaky. So, sorry about that. Anyway, enough said about that. We start right off right away with one wheat penny, which is very cool. It looks like it's a 1956D. I think the last box I only got, I think it was 9 wheat pennies. I didn't get the 10 average, but I got well over 4 pounds of copper, and that was totally cool. I still got over 30 Canadian pennies, which is also very cool. So it was an excellent box for me. Man, I wish every box could get me 4 pounds at a time per box, but that's just the way it goes. Maybe I'll get back up there and get some more boxes sometime. But the next time I will not be doing $half. I did terrible with the $half. I'm using the matte, it's a backdrop thing, hoping that it will keep some of the sound down. That's much better. Oh, another wheat penny. That's cool. Another 56D. Well, that's 2 already. That's a good start. And there's a Canadian. How cool is that? $82. Getting that my jar out. Hey, I'm in my 4th row. I just found my 3rd wheat penny. Also in this row, I already found a 1962 Canadian. Let's see what year we got here. 1958D. Well, we certainly haven't got anything uncommon yet, but that's alright. I just like finding them. Copper. This little light shining on it sure is different. Not what I'm used to. I kind of like it. I'm not sure. What do you think? Copper. Copper, copper. Hopefully I'm going to get another 4 pounds. Nope. That was a 93. I'll have to pull that one out. There's copper. Wow. Phew, that thing's kind of chewed up, so it makes me. Oh, can you see it? Maybe it says 75. I think we'll weigh it. I'd say it's copper. Usually I won't keep it, but it's so worn down. If it was worn and it was zinc, it'd be less than 2.5. So we're going to count that one as a copper, because it was really worn. Here's the 5th row. This is my shaky hand. 5th row, and there's a 1942D. Now we're getting a little bit older. Ah, Canadian. Oh, it's a Centennial. Cool. Another wheat penny. That's 2 in that row. That makes 5 already. That's a pretty good start. So much quieter. Copper. I'd say this is a pretty good start. The first row, I got 63 copper pennies, 5 wheat pennies, 4 Canadian. I did get a 2009, and one of the copper pennies I wanted to show you. Get it down there. That's a really nice 1959. I'll put that one aside with my other super nice copper coins. Right at the very end of the second row of this next line, I find another wheat penny. 1944. Also found a Canadian that row. Found a 1955 in the first row. That's pretty fun. Alright, I've finished the second row, and we got 63 again. 13, 14, 19, but then just 10 and 7. Only got 1 wheat penny to get us up to 6 wheats. I got a couple more Canadians. And I got another 2009 as well. Let's go to row number 3. I'm near the end of the 5th row, and I finally found number 7 of the wheat pennies. It looks like a 1947D. It's good to get a couple from the 40s. I was on my way yesterday to buy some silver. I talked to a pretty large coin dealer here in Kentucky. I can remember going there, golly, when I was a teenager. And I gave them a call, and they're only charging $3 over spot on the ounce and 10-ounce bars, and so that's pretty good. And I am going to go. I called them. I was on my way to get it, and then I had some car issues, so I decided to wait until Monday. And I'm hoping that the prices have actually dropped a nickel or a dime, but I'm hoping they don't shoot up on Monday morning. Oh, there's a Canadian. Well, the 12-sided. 82. Alrighty. I finished the third row now, and I have 64, which is one better than the other two. We've moved up to 7 wheat pennies. I got 4 more Canadians. Nothing, that is like amazing. It's just good numbers. It's just consistent and good numbers. It's good copper. So, if you're hoarding copper, this is the way to do it. I just finished this fourth set, and it dropped off a little bit to 62. Yeah, the numbers were pretty low until the fifth one. I got 19 coppers in that row. That was pretty cool. I only got 3 Canadians, no wheat pennies, but 62. It's still stacking good. Well, we're halfway through the box now, and this one dropped off even a bit more, down to 59. No wheat pennies again, and we got 5 Canadians in that set. So the numbers are still good as far as copper, but I'm not breaking any barriers for anything else. Well, I'm in the 4th row of this set of this next set of 5, and I finally have come to wheat penny number 8. Yay! 1956D. Well, it's a wheat penny. That's 8. I've come to realize with my own experience and hearing other people that this copper penny hoarding is really dependent on your success, on the region you're in. I hate to say that, but apparently it is, because it had been getting pretty standard here in my area that I was getting just under 3 pounds per box of pennies. And I spoke to, I spoke to a person in New York, and they said they were getting 5. It's like, wow, that's a huge difference. And these boxes are from Detroit, and I've been getting 4 or 4 plus pounds out of each of those. And the box that I got in Ohio, I think that it was certainly well over 3 pounds for a 25 when I went through 25 pounds. I mean $25. Sorry about that. Hey, I just got back from a big steak dinner. I left halfway through this box. So I'm just now getting back into the swing of it. But I saw another person writing to a person who was just getting into it, and they said don't expect more than 2 or 2.5 pounds. So I'm just guessing that that's what they're getting in their region, is 2 to 2.5 pounds. So it really does matter where you are. I mean, you're going to find copper, but depending on where you are, will depend on how much, apparently. So I do like to get out and about, so wherever I go, I'm going to make sure I pick up Canadian. It's 12-sided, 1985. Oh, there's another one right there. 1981. Cool. I'm going to pick up a box of pennies wherever I go and just test it and just see what all I get in different regions. Just a little bit ago, I got a 2023. I've gotten a few boxes of 2023s sealed, but this is the first one just in this circulation that I got. So I guess people are starting to go through them and getting them out in circulation now. Did you see the article about the lady who years and years, about 30 years ago, her father gave her a gift of a 1963D mint bag, $1,000 mint bag of Benjamin Franklin's. And she has just decided to let it go, and it's expected to go over $100,000. That's pretty cool. It said that this is probably the last mint bag of the Franklins left in existence. He gave it to her as a gift years ago, and she has just hung on to it all this time. That's pretty cool. I wonder if he bought it just brand new, or if he managed to get a hold of it a couple years later. If he bought it brand new, he may not have even known that Lyndon B. Johnson was going to, the very next year, turn our money into fake money. Made all these promises that wouldn't happen, of course. Have you ever heard a politician make a promise that didn't happen? I'm at the end of 6 sets now, and I got 4 more Canadians and 1 more wheat. That puts me at 8 wheat pennies. Again, just 59. So it's dropped a little bit, but it's still holding its own, I guess you'd say. So I'll get another set, and we'll see what we can find. Right at the end of the second row, I found my 9th wheat penny. Pretty cool. 1956. We found a lot of those, don't we? You know, it's funny, when Johnson signed that act, 1965 act, there's the copper for that row. He said that the silver coins wouldn't disappear or become rare. What do you think? Do you find them all the time? I think not. Well, this was certainly my worst row yet. I did get 3 Canadian pennies and 1 wheat penny, but only got 53 copper pennies. One of them is one I'm going to keep. 1969, mighty nice condition. When I find them like that, I've got a tube where I just put them in and just try to kind of leave them alone. That's the end of this row, this set. Only 2 Canadian, no wheat pennies. We did come back up in the copper somewhat. We're back up to 62. We had 2 more sets to go, and we finished. This is the last row in that second to last set. I just thought we didn't get any wheat pennies in the other 4. Only got like 1 Canadian. 82. This set has been as good. Another 82. You know, it's interesting talking about money and what happened since the LBJ 1965 Act. At the time, for instance, 1964, silver was at 77 cents about an ounce, and had been since 1792, which is kind of funny also, since a silver dollar was right around 0.77 ounces of silver. Pretty fascinating, isn't it? But then after the 1965 Act went into place, the dollar started plunging, even though LBJ said it wouldn't. By 1982, it had plunged all the way down to 0.02 ounces of silver was the dollar value, where it had been 0.77 a few years earlier. And now it is down to 0.06 ounces of silver for the US dollar. What will it be in 5 years? if the US dollar still exists. What does that say? Let's weigh it. It's copper. Hope we get the 10 wheat pennies. It's copper. I know I've been talking more about silver in this particular roll hunt for hoarding copper, but after I read that article about the lady that had the mint bag of 1963 Benjamin Franklin's, it just got me all interested. And I think most of us that hoard copper also keep our eye out for the silver as well. Alright, I'll add these up and see what we got. It's definitely less for this row. That's all I got. 1 Canadian. Boy, it really took a nosedive. 51 out of that set. There's one more set. 5 rows to go. I hope it's a good one. Man, I hope we get one more wheat penny to get my 10. I want my 10. Look there, 1955D. Real early into the first row. Maybe we'll even get 11. But we got number 10. That's cool. Hello, wheat penny. I hope I get my 4 pounds of copper tonight. For supper I had steak and ribs. I didn't eat it all, I brought some home. It was good. I can't read that. Let's weigh it. Copper, cool. Come on, wheat penny. Let's get another one. One more copper would be good too. There's one. Would you look at that? Just 3 coins in to the very next row. There's a 1944 Wheatie. It's number 11. That's a goodie. Let's keep that copper coming. Sorry if I shake my phone too much for some of you. I suppose I could try mounting it and then just sliding every penny underneath the eye of the camera. You know that noise. What does that say? Let's weigh it. I wish my little scales would stay on longer. They automatically go off. Here's another copper. $59. Copper. Look at that. That's a wheat penny, but golly, I found one similar to that a week or so ago. Does it say 1944S? It's so hard to say, it's so beat up. I believe it is 1944. That's 12, even though it's beat all to pieces. I also got 2 Canadians in this row. Let's go through it real quick, see if we get any more copper out of it or anything else. Copper, 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 copper. Cool. I like it when it's like that. On that last roll that I just went through, I got 62 copper pennies and 3 more wheat pennies and a few Canadians. Gives me a total of 598 copper pennies, 12 wheat pennies, 36 Canadian. That's pretty cool. 12 is, that's better than my average. And I figured up at 598 copper pennies, if you divide that by 145, which is, they say, what you should have, copper pennies makes a pound, so that should give us 4.12 pounds. Let's pop it over here in the scales and see if that's actually what we got. Oh, here we go. 4.19. Okay, that's cool. Over 4 pounds. That's why I'm always happy to get that, man, because my average here in Kentucky has just been just under 3. For a little while, it was just over 3, but here lately, it has just been under 3. And I've still got the 82s, so I didn't even think of that. So that even brings my weight up a little bit more. Well, that's it. We talked a little bit about it being regional, because different areas is just no doubt getting different amounts. Detroit, I'm getting over 4 pounds. I heard 5 pounds in New York. I got 3.5 pounds or something like that in Ohio. But then I heard one person telling another person that they're only getting 2.5 pounds, or that's what to expect. So it depends on what you are. It depends on what you're getting. Wish you luck, and we'll see you around next time. Tomorrow, Lord willing, I am going to go see how much silver I can buy at a coin shop for $1,000. And I'll make a video on that and let you know. See you later.